What's up, everybody? What's up, man? It's your boy TGK here with another one. Here with a impromptu emergency stream tonight, man. We got to talk about it. We have to talk about it. Enough ignoring it. Enough acting like it doesn't exist. We have to acknowledge this, and we have to talk about this tonight. If I were to wait till Saturday night, the moment would have been lost, right? We need to talk about it tonight. Man, let me take off ads. Why are the ads even on? Let me take off the ads. I don't know why. Got ads on over here. Let me take these off. There we go. Anyway, man, appreciate everybody being here. It's your boy TGK. Y'all already know what this conversation is going to go to by looking at the thumbnail, right? There's been multiple crash outs. There's been a lot of things that have been said over just the last 24 hours about the Dallas Mavericks, about Luka Doncic, and specifically about Nico Harrison. And so my job here today as one of the original Mavs content creators that had jump shipped, and I'm not saying that I'm not a Mavs. I used to be I was one of the most diehard Mavs fans of all time. But things changed when that trade happened. The aftermath of how the Mavs acted made things even worse. It compounded everything that happened. And I was very, very consistent with what I said, even though I did continue Midnight Mavness because that's my baby. But I have not officially ever deemed myself a full-time Mavericks fan ever again since that trade. And I'm not here to run a parade or anything like that. The Mavericks, because of the team that they have, they can still turn this thing around. But it is bleak. It is as bleak as it gets, right? And so with tonight, what I want to talk about is I kind of just want to look at the crash outs from Slightly and Marcel and Kirk Henderson. They have some great crash outs. And then just kind of look at this team and give a full view of what we think what this organization is, man. And what they need to do. Because I think there's been a lot of people that have said what needs to be done. And I think a lot of it kind of airs on the same thing, same spectrum. Fully get it. But I think there's been a lack of voices since this is all, how would I say, since the move on crowd has taken over, right? I felt a lot of, and this is specifically from Twitter, I think a lot of, the pages on Twitter, the Mavs pages on Twitter, a lot of them held a lot of this control over the narrative, like move on, right? Move on. Why are you still talking about this? Even to the YouTube channels, move on. Why are you still talking about this? Why are you still acknowledging this trade? And then yesterday was just the perfect time for everybody to start talking about this trade when it's been in the back of their mind festering this entire time, right? Everyone has been trying to find this, this light at the end of the tunnel, this, it's greener on the other side kind of perspective that they think that with the roster that they had, that there was going to be a way to salvage the season and find a way to not have to talk about Luka and not have to talk about the trade. And they sold you on that. A lot of people sold you on that, the fact that Mavericks were going to be this top team, that they were going to be in the running for a championship. And I'm not here to say I was right because I could still be wrong. But yesterday, people took the opportunity to now say the things that I've been saying, say the things that others have been saying. And so I just want to put out there that I just wish people were more consistent and kept this type of energy, kept this type of vitriol for Nico Harrison. And I understand it's not great content for the most part, but people have not healed yet. People are still going through, how would I say, the motions. People are still going through seeing Luka perform so well, and then they see the Mavericks, and it just refreshes everything. And to act as if that is not a thing, and to gloss over it because you got Cooper Flag and you got Anthony Davis and this team, and we got D'Lo now, that this team is going to be great. I just felt that wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciated all of the crash outs yesterday. I appreciated that all the pages were actually shitting on the organization, not the players, getting on the organization and bringing the attention to one Nico Harrison, which it needs to be on. We're going to review stats tonight. We're going to look at the Mavericks from their offensive rating to their defensive ratings and look at things more of a finer detail, right? I'm going to give you different insights. I haven't looked at it, but I know where to look. So we're going to look at it together. And then we're going to look at Luka, man. Luka right now is on a tear. He's literally probably front runner for MVP. And we, as the Dallas Mavericks fans that grew up here, that were Mavs fans for life, that died with this team, that are now dejected from it, that are jaded from it. Some people are no longer a Mavericks fan. They're just a Luka fan. And some are still Maverick fans, but they just cannot stand the team. I honestly think some of the realest Maverick fans are the ones that would not put up with this shit. Or the ones that didn't put up with the shit from the organization themselves. Or the ones that didn't buy into this bullshit. Or the ones that never bought the narrative that trading Luka was a great idea, right? Because there is people out there, I won't name, that believe this was a great trade. And still to this day believe so. There's people that believe that this Mavericks team is still a title contender. And that's great for them. But I don't think they're just being real with themselves. A lot of it is copium. A lot of it is just this blind belief for a team. And as a former, I won't even say a former Cowboys fan. I'm still a Cowboys fan. But for a long time, I was one of those that, championship, Super Bowl next year, right? And until you get to the point, and I think it takes time, right, to get to that point mentally as a adult, where you're just kind of fed up with it. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of us, or not a lot of us, but I think people are fed up with being fed bullshit narratives. And I'm just here to be consistent with what I've always said, man. Anyway, let me turn this down over here. If we could get to some comments right quick. Hold my latte in the building. What's up, latte? What's up, TGK? What's up, man? GTA 6 got delayed again, and Nico still being a GM. This is great. This is crazy world we live in. Unfortunately, that is the situation. Unfortunately, let me bring this chat down a little bit. Again, also in this show, if anybody wants to come up and speak, I'll have a link open to bring one person up at a time. But you would have to go to my Discord so I could bring you up. This whole fiesta of defense wins championships was thrown out the window. I've been saying this on Twitter. The day Luka got traded is pretty much over. I love Cooper, but he can't save the Mavs. Fortunately, he cannot. And unfortunately, the Mavs putting that type of pressure on this man is unfair to him. Putting all of the point guard responsibilities on a Cooper Flag, an 18-year-old, is unfair, but also fortune favors the bold, right? Lakers will be compared to Dallas for the next 10 years. And that is a reality. I think Cooper Flag eventually, with a better GM and a better coach, they could build something in Dallas. But you're going to have to go through a couple of years watching Luka Doncic dominate for the Los Angeles Lakers and being a run-in for MVPs. As sickening as it feels now, I think me personally, I've gotten to the point where I cannot even stand the Mavericks anymore. Like, I'm okay on I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I care, but I don't care. I care for the people that still care, but I don't care about the organization like one bit, bro. They can lose every game, and I'm going to be playing this freaking meme every day. You know?
Okay.
So, but for Flag, I do feel for Flag. I do feel for the players that might feel that the way the fan base may come off is unfair to them. But unfortunately, this is just the unfortunate part about it. It is what it is, right? They're millionaires and they'll be fine at the end of the day, but they are humans at the end of the day. But it sucks. It sucks for them. It sucks for the fans. It sucks for a lot of it. And I think with what this organization does and the way they move, the way they act, the way they treat the Dallas Stars, the way they've treated the Mavericks fans, the way they aired out Luka on the way out, all the things that they have done, none of it has been any goodwill to the Mavericks fans at all. I had a premonition in a dream that Luka left before it even happened. It makes you question the legitimacy of sports in general. Yeah. And I think for me, I need to have like proof before I could ever fall for conspiracy theory. Right now, My only scapegoat is Nico Harrison because he's the dumb one that came up with the stupid idea of doing this deal. And that's the only person I could blame right now. And that's the only person I will blame right now, you know? So I don't know. It's sad Cooper is in this situation. He didn't deserve this. Crazy that he could have been on any other team with the same record, but he's on the Mavericks, who shouldn't even have this horrible record. And here he is struggling with us. It's crazy. RIP Marshawn Keelan. Yeah, man. I lost over that. My condolences go out to Marshawn Nealon's family. Hearing that this morning was kind of sad to hear, man. Sad to hear. You never know what people are going through. Crazy that he had a teammate that, preaches to ask for help. Who knows what could have happened, man? Going through a car chase and one thing led to another. I don't know, but so sad. It's 24 years old, young. I just scored a touchdown on Monday Night Football. Like, it's just sad overall. No. Mental health is important. Very, very much so. Hell, when Luka got traded, mental health was an issue, bro. It was an issue for a lot of people, and you just never know, man. You just never know. So my condolences go out to Marshawn's family. And yeah, man, sucks. TGK, as a Laker fan, y'all have a potential legend and champion with Cooper Flag. Just be patient, brother. Nah, dog. I have fully converted to being a fan of players. I just can never trust a team again. The fact that a team could do that to me, I just can never trust them. Let me turn off the music so you can hear me loud and clear. Mission 24. Let me put this in perspective. I've been a Maverick fan since like late 98, early 99. Die hard. Fell in love with the sport because of the Mavericks. Basketball is my first love. It's my first drug, bro. I can play basketball and hit like the step back shot to win a game of pickup basketball. And I am high. That's my natural high. The Mavericks was like one of those things. They just felt like they were right here, man. Like you could walk with them. You could it's like when you were a kid walking with your dad holding his hand, right? And he's protecting you. I feel like the Mavericks protected us. Like they held our hand, man. And then we get into this situation where Dirk was an amazing, amazing player. Generational and transformative in his own regard. But there's another level to have a generational talent, right? Someone like an MJ, someone like a Kobe, someone like a LeBron. And I've always admired those players from afar, but I always like, damn, I wish we had one here in Dallas so I could go watch, so I could root for, you know? And when we got Luka, that was it. Like a prophecy came to life, right? Like I always wanted to have one of those guys. And what made it even crazier is that Luka is so enjoyable to watch. He's so fun. He loves the game. So competitive. He's a dog. All that, right? Like you finally have that, and then he's representing the city of Dallas. All of that, and then that team sells, and immediately within a year or two, they trade the man in the middle of the night and then gaslight us. I just cannot trust who that is anymore. The Mavericks that I grew up with are no longer the Mavericks. No longer what we thought they were. Luka is special, man. Truly an amazing player to watch. TGK, when do the Lakers play the Mavs? I can't wait to see Luka cook those bums. To answer your question, the Lakers play the Mavs. See the schedule. They play the Mavs on November 28th. November 28th on Prime. So Dirk watching. I'm at the point where Mavs should just tank it. I'm so bored of watching them. They are a horrible watch. I'm happy Luka's winning. I'm a Mavs fan for life, but if Luka wins, maybe we'll get another first overall pick. I don't know, man. I appreciate you being a Mavs fan for life. I know it's a tough deal, but you're doing it, man. You're doing it, and congrats to you. You know what I'm saying? Mavs sends you to the Shadow Realm. Hilarious. Love the name. I hate that now fans are hating on Cooper because he's not like Luka, saying he's not generational, and because of that, calling him Pooper. Oh, wow. He might not be that, but we have to get behind him like Dirk. Honestly, I haven't seen Maverick fans hating on Cooper. I don't think that's a Mavericks fan MO. So I wouldn't buy into that narrative. Be careful with that. Don't buy into that. I Even though I dislike the Mavericks, I actually hate the Dallas Mavericks organization. I am rooting for Cooper. I will never hate on the players, but I am rooting for Cooper. So I personally haven't seen that. He's a rookie. He's 18. He deserves a grace. He deserves grace as a rookie. And personally, I never had the high expectations for him to come in and dominate. He's a rookie, man. Give him time. Like, he's getting you 20 points. Like, come on now. Like, he's doing something good. I won't be surprised if Luka cooks the Mavs so bad, and I do hope he wins a ring. Yeah, I hope he wins a ring too. I think that's what I want to see so bad. People hold such high standards on Cooper when they compare him to Luka. It's very unfair. Both play different style of ball. It's just they use Cooper as a replacement for them. Yeah, that's the problem. The trade was not Cooper for Luka. It was AD and Max Christie for Luka. And whether you believe the conspiracy theories, while I might believe that it was rigged, Cooper against Luka. Like, I will never do that. That's just stupid to do. Luka plays with emotion. I freaking love that. Yeah, man. It talks to you, bro, because they care about the game, man. As fans, we are blessed to have Dirk to justify expectations and what the organization was built on, loyalty. And that's what built it. That's what broke the fabric of the fan base, bro. I always believe in Cooper, but just not under Kid or Nico's supervision. Facts. The dunks and sometimes posters are electric. Give him time to develop. Yeah. I don't think the issue is giving him time to develop. I think the issue is that he's not being put in a situation to succeed at the moment, right? At all. But yeah, man, let me go ahead and set this up. If y'all don't mind taking a quick second to hit the like on the stream, goes a long way. Appreciate y'all being here, man. We're going to talk about the Mavericks, their statistics, their analytics. We're going to look at slightly biased crash out. We're going to look at Marcel's crash out. We're going to look at Kirk Henderson's crash out. And then we're going to review Luka Doncic MVP potential, y'all. So I appreciate y'all being here, man. If you don't mind dropping a like, subscribe to the channel, consider becoming a member, all that good stuff, man. Let's run over here. Cam number 1. Why is it doing a fade? I don't like the fade. Hold on, let me try this again. There we go. That's Midnight Mavness. You know what I'm saying? That's Midnight Mavness. All right, let's go back. There we go. Okay. Let's look up the Mavericks. Or let's just pull up the offensive rating. I can see this. Can y'all see this clearly? Can someone just in the comments say, like, yeah, I can see it clearly? Because on my phone, I'm looking at it horizontally. Yeah, I can see it. So if I can see it, y'all should be able to see it. But y'all let me know. Okay, so these are the current offensive ratings and defensive ratings. If we scroll all the way down here, the Mavericks are 103 offensive rating, bro. Man, that's tough. That is tough. And then you got the Wizards. They're at a -15. That's crazy. Pacers, Pelicans. Defensive ratings. So the Mavericks have the worst offensive rating in the league. The Mavericks have the worst offensive rating in the league. When was the last time that has ever been said? That's the difference. Man, let me get this off right quick. Let me get this off. That is the difference when you have a alpha number 1 freaking player on your team versus trying to put two number 2s on your team. The Mavericks having Kyrie and AD, those 2 guys are top tier number 2s. They're not number 1s. They're not built to do what a Luka can do, what a LeBron has done, what a SGA can do, what a Jokic can do, what a Giannis can do. There's only so many 1s in the league, and you had one, an alpha 1 at that, and you traded it for a 2, and an older 2, and an injury prone 2. But we were supposed to believe that defense wins championships, when the whole objective of this sport is to put the ball in the bucket. That's the whole objective of the sport, is to get buckets. I get the defense is a thing, but decent to good defense and great offense wins championships. Not great defense and horrible, trashy offense wins championships. No, it's not how it works. However, the Mavericks currently hold a top 5 defensive rating. Holy hell. Congratulations. Congratulations, man. The Mavericks hold a top 5 defensive rating. And out of the top 10 teams, right? These are the top 10 teams with defensive ratings. The Mavericks are the only team with a top 10 defense with a minus net rating of negative 6.9. I don't get it. I don't get it how you can sell that to people. Let's go back 2 years when Luka was healthy for the majority of the season, right? The Mavericks had a top 8 defense and a 114.9. I mean, a top 8 offense. I'm sorry. And a top, what was their defensive rating? They had a top 18 defense. That's perfect. Top 8 offense, top 18 defense. What more do you want? And that got you to the NBA Finals, right? Got you to the NBA Finals. Right now, the Mavericks defense is a 110. Only 4.9 points better. But their offense is literally 14 points worse. It baffles my mind that someone like a Nico Harrison thought that this was just a jolly old great idea. You know? A jolly old great idea. Like if we were just supposed to believe in what the hell he was saying. It's just I'm so it's just insane. It's truly insane. Like that's the thing. It is insane to me. So yeah. I'm over here talking about the stats and I ain't even showing you. So right here. Yeah, so currently, right now, this is what it is. Defensive ranking, Mavericks have a top 5 defense and the only defense in the top 10 with a negative net rating. That's pitiful. So yeah. Get to the comments right quick for a little bit. As a Kyrie fan, I always appreciated the Luka and Kyrie combo. Seeing Luka this happy and Kyrie playing happy ball makes me happy. That 2024 season is always my favorite season. Yeah, man. It's unfortunate that what they had only existed for one season when they should have just been able to continue what they were doing. All right, so as far as all of the crash outs, I want to start with this one. This one was a really good crash out, and this one's from Kirk Henderson of Pod Maverick. There goes Kirk Henderson, man. Let's go ahead and check this out. Let me turn off my song in the background, and then let me turn on the. Has anyone seen these crash outs, by the way? What we're going to do is I'm going to show you all the crash outs, and then we're going to make a poll, and y'all going to let me know which one had the best crash out. So here we go.
Thing we're supposed to be doing for fun. And if it's making you really, really angry, maybe don't do it. I probably shouldn't have said that before I get really angry.
About to get really angry?
I don't know. I don't know if I have the juice. I don't know. I mean, one of the things we've sort of strived. I don't know what the proper verb tense is. One of the things we've really aimed to do lately, and this is going back to the middle of the summer, like you get these people that occasionally check in with us and be like, you talk about Luka and Nico too much. Shut up. And it's just like, it's inexorable to talk about these things. And we want to talk about the games themselves. And sometimes that means talking about the trade. I'm not going to talk about the trade right now, but one of the things I am going to talk about is the fact that the general manager of this team who built this team is Nico Harrison. He owns it. He wears it. Imagine this team without Cooper Flagg. The Mavericks are 15th in the West. There are only 15 teams. This is the group that he has put together. He owns and wears this more than Kidd does, because there were opportunities to do things in the summer, to shore up the guard depth, to do anything. This is a damn near second apron team that is dead last in the West. You spoke earlier that this is probably the time where the Mavericks should, sort of settle up and start preparing for the future. They won't, because a gigantic loser named Nico Harrison will stay in that position and burn the ships behind him as he tries to figure out what to do next. He is trapped in a room or playing golf not giving a shit about this team. Whatever he is doing, it's not enough, and he needs to go as soon as possible. I've not talked about him for a long time because I know realistically it's not something that's going to happen. But that loser has to go. He destroyed a championship level team because he doesn't know how to have a conversation like a human being. He thinks he understands how basketball is played in the year 2025 and assembled a team of non-shooters that played all power forwards for a series of games. What in the fuck are we doing? This is stupid. This is insulting to all fans. This is insulting to shareholders of the team. Can't wait for whatever nonsense Mark Cuban starts DMing people being like, oh, I knew this all along, as he waffles back and forth between supporting the team and talking shit behind their backs. This is so stupid. Like we invest a lot of time in this. Everybody that watches 82 basketball games a year invests a lot of time in this. And the team that this chuckle fuck has put together is the worst basketball team by a country mile that anybody could have envisioned. We secretly thought they were going to be bad. We didn't really talk about it too much because it's not fun to talk about them being bad. This was not in my range of options. 15th in the West was not there. And because of that, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm fucking furious.
Man. W crash out, man. W crash out from Kirk Henderson, man. Salute to him. Salute to that crash out. I appreciate it very much. Whoa. It was very loud, wasn't it? I'm having to constantly monitor my own situation here. So yeah, that was Kirk Henderson spazzing out over last night, over what happened. And so one of the things that I really liked that he said, besides saying chuckle fuck, I thought that was freaking hilarious, is that when he got to the point of how assembling a team of defense, of power forwards that played all, one game, and I thought that was one of the things that really got me going, because I'm like, yeah, when you look at it, it's nothing but just power forwards, right? And then, why is it escaping me right now? There's one part that he had in there. Yeah, y'all gotta bear with me because I gotta do so much over here. This is one point in there. Let me look at it again. It's right here. There we go. That he doesn't know how to have a conversation. So remember, the whole narrative was that the Mavericks were scared of Luka, that they couldn't get to him to talk about, his weight or whatever the case may be. What he did was one of the more cowardly things ever, Nico Harrison. And in professional world, and in a professional setting, if there's someone that is underperforming or not doing the greatest, you at least owe it to them to have a really hard conversation with them. If you're a decent person, right? You at least owe it to them to be like, hey man, let's sit down. Let me take you out for lunch. Let me take you out for dinner. Let's break the ice there, and then let's get to the nitty gritty, right? Let me, how would I say, bring your shields down so you can understand what I'm trying to tell you, because I do care what I'm about to tell you, but I need to tell you because I want you to be better. And so when you're in that leadership position, you have to not think selfishly about, oh, what's best for me? It's what's the best thing that I could get out of said person, right? And Nico Harrison being the GM, the fact that he couldn't have that conversation with Luka was a failure on his behalf, ladies and gentlemen. It was not a failure on Luka. It was not a failure on the Mavericks, the Mavericks fans. It was not a failure on Mark Cuban. It was a failure on Mark Cuban for hiring Nico, but it was a direct failure on Nico Harrison that he could not get through to Luka Doncic, if that was the case, because they're pulling a beer away from him on a freaking Western Conference championship. Like, bro, who gives a damn? Drink your beer, bro. You got us here. The Mavericks has become this family-oriented franchise. It became that, and now it has become this corporately ran with no ethical procedures, a dictatorship type of organization, the North Korean Mavericks of Dallas, as I like to coin them. That is what they become. And we're supposed to sit here and be like, yeah, man, Mavs fan for life. Fuck that. Fuck that. You got me twisted, bro. Let's get to the comments right quick, man. Nico saw Luka hit that game winner against Rudy Gobert and said, this guy ain't the guy. Like, what the F? Man, that night when Luka hit that shot, chef kiss, bro. Beautiful. The finals with the Nuggets and Heat, the Heat was the better defense, and Nuggets won because of offense. No one's going to take Drew Holiday over Luka in a draft because offense is more valuable. Exactly, bro. It's like telling me you don't want a quarterback because it's like telling me you don't want a quarterback because he can lose you a game. You know how stupid that sounds? It was like, nah, the offense is good, but we don't need it. You know? Hold on. Trying to find this, trying to find the other crash out. Where could I find this other crash out? Okay. I'm about to find it. You bear with me. Trying to find slightly biased crash out. So remember with Kirk's crash out. Set your rating on what you would rate it. There we go. There we go. All right. Get some more comments. I'm tired of people saying, wait till we get healthy. We shouldn't need a fully healthy squad to beat the Wizards and Pels. And we've been sold again that, hey, this team is super deep. Like, they're going to be great. They're like, I was talking to the Sticks, and he was telling me that it's a coaching thing. And I'm like, fuck no, it's not. It's a roster construction thing. Why would you expect a coach who's been riding the coattails of Luka Doncic to finally get it right with this bunch right here? He's not. He never has. That's what we've been calling for his fire for a long time. So that's not going to change it. Then they gave him an extension. Cool. But Nico Harrison set Jason Kidd up for failure too, bro. Nico Harrison was the core root cause of all of this. I also hate people saying it's game X out of 22. Marshall said this a million times. You don't need time to gel when your core is the same. Yeah. It's gonna be game 82, and they're gonna be, oh, it's game 82. I gotta blame it on AD also. Why should Mavs fans have respect for him? He's the guy that got traded for Luka, and he comes out of shape. I thought he would have had motivation, but I guess not. That's a very fair point, right? We did criticize Luka though. We criticized Luka here as Mavs fans. As much as we loved him, we're like, man, you got to get back on defense. Man, you got to stop complaining the refs. Man, you got to be in better shape, right? We did that. And now it's like, oh, don't say it about AD because we don't want to hurt his feelings. Because Nico Harrison, and I get it. I get it. People make a lot of money. Not us, not me. You know, the people that comment, we probably don't make money talking Mavs. I made a little bit. I made a little coin, right? Probably the most I made when I was like a full-time Maverick content creator. It was maybe $400. Most I made. And that was during the playoffs when we made the NBA Finals. That was the most I made. $400. Now that's really good. I'm grateful. But that's not gonna make me like kiss their ass just because I can make $400 off of them. No. I built this whole channel off of the Mavericks. Well, for the most part, it was off the Mavericks. And then the moment what happened, I said, fuck that. My morals cannot continue to support them. When the Mavs are in a game 30, it's only 30 games. Exactly. I think only AD blame is he came in the season out of shape. Other than that, AD didn't sign up for this. Yep. So y'all gonna full on blow up the team for picks. No, Eric. I think the idea is they need to blow the team up. For example, like trade AD. Well, fire Nico first and foremost. Get a decent GM in there. You You trade AD, get younger players, then AD to a win now situation and get a piece back and maybe some picks. Trade Kyrie, get a piece back and maybe some picks, but youthful. You got to get young players to build with Cooper. Cooper needs to be the 4. He needs to be the 4. Build around that. Build around that. Whether you get a 6'5" point guard, 6'5" shooting guard, a 6'7" small forward, and then you already got 2 centers. You could play with one of these centers, right? You could trade Derek Lively. He's not going to be healthy. But that's kind of the goal. Did you see the Mavs walk through the tunnel towards the locker room? It was so depressing. The DLL S Mavs podcast said the Mavs player were playing Marvin's room. Yeah. I saw that. I could play that video. Kirk driven mad. Luka has not had good shooting performance the last 2 games. And guess what? He still averaged 40. But he averaged 40 for the month of November. Hopefully. And that's crazy how his shooting percentages are pretty bad right now. And he's still kicking ass. Yes, integrity and honor demands it. Facts, bro. Especially in a high situation like that was where you needed to talk to Luka and he didn't. I don't understand. The way Nico treated Grimes was also messed up. Bro, it continues. The trainer, Casey Smith, the way he treated him, like Casey Smith's mom was like on her deathbed and he fired him through a text. This organization sucks, bro. It's not the basketball. It's how you treat people. I fully believe in karma. Like, I think the way you treat people comes back around, bro. I think it comes back around. If you can't be honest with people and transparent with people, that's going to come back. It is. The Mavs acted like they was a franchise who went to the Western Conference Finals every year. Luka took y'all there. Let him enjoy his beer. The Mavs are a spoiled, bratty organization. Insane, dog. Did you see Kyrie trying to keep the peace? I understand that's what Kyrie does now. He's a positive person, but right now it's not the damn time. Bro. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Check this out. So this was yesterday. Kyrie tweeted, "Tribe, stay together no matter what." And I put, "This ain't it when we 2-6. Not right now. Fire Nico." Like, I get it too. I get all the positive BS, but we're not falling for it right now, bro. All the Mavs fans now wish they had the guts to walk away from the team when they backstab Luka. Yeah, right now it's the cool thing to do, right, Orbital? Right now it's the cool thing to do. And I'm not mad at it. I appreciate it. But I do want people to acknowledge that, hey, I know I've been telling y'all to shut the fuck up and move on and stop talking about Luka, but now we gonna do it. And my apologies for trying to shut y'all down. I think Marcel has, so I really appreciate Marcel for doing that. All right, I'm gonna watch this live later. It's early morning for me right now. Take care, TGK. Appreciate it a lot. Damn, early morning for you? TGK, what I stop blaming Jason Kidd for everything. It's not J Kidd's fault that AD came out of shape and people say why J Kidd ain't playing D-Lo because D-Lo fucking sucks. He sucks, dog. Make sure to like this live. Yeah, y'all hit the like right quick if y'all don't mind. Shamgar said the Mavs wasn't the same after Luka got traded. Yeah, I saw that too. All right, let's go ahead and check out another crash out. Let's go and check out another crash out, y'all. All right, so this crash out is by none other than Slightly Biased. This was immediately after the clock hit 0, and Slightly Biased had a really good crash out here.
And the Mavs lose to the Pelicans. I have no idea at all when this fucking garbage piece of shit, trash ass, fucking garbage ass team will ever win a fucking game. Nico Harrison, fuck you. Fuck you. God, I hate you. You understand? I hate you. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get a better shot than that. Nico Harrison, fuck you. I cannot stand you. Fuck you. Grown man, by the way. You're a grown man in a fucking live stream chat. Think about that. Well, T-Berg is the one that looked like his final 4 last shot, choke artist.
Good, great crash out, man. Great crash out. So that was it was kind of short, but it was direct. It was direct. I loved how direct, slightly slightly biased was there. Slightly buzzed. I'm not drinking though. No, but I do love how direct he was, hitting the whole middle finger to Nico. I thought that was very well done. So salute to that. So now, slightly got me turned down the volume with the explicits. I will say keep the volume down, because for the next crash out I have here, none other than Marcel, and his crash out probably gonna win the award for best crash out from last night. But I want y'all to hear it first, and let me know what y'all think, man. Let me go ahead and get over here. Y'all ready? Here we go.
Coop with the ball. He's going to drive, pulls up from the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Murphy. Coop's getting like knocked around. Jose Alvarado with the ball. And that's the game. All right.
Just heads up. There's a lot of cuss words here. So if you don't want anyone to hear it, turn the volume down or whatever the case may be. But yeah, this gets crazy.
All right, yo, we lost to the Pelicans. We gave the Pelicans their second win of the season. We both are 2-6, but because we lost to the Pelicans, we are now the worst team in the NBA. And now, I'm still going to give you guys the post game, or I'm still going to give you guys the after stream PSA. But before we do that, you're getting a crash out. You, all 316 of you guys, first of all, thank you for being here. Thank you for liking the stream. But all 316 of you are getting a crash out moment from Marcel Martin. This team fucking sucks. Nico is a fucking bitch. He needs to get the fuck out my city. You ruined my fucking franchise. My team just struggled against the goddamn New Orleans Pelicans, who don't know how to win a game, who didn't have Zion Williamson, who didn't have Jordan Poole, who didn't have any of their good young players. They were not present. They were not here. The Pelicans just beat the Dallas Mavericks with D'Angelo Russell, with Cooper Flagg, with PJ, with Max Christie, with Klay Thompson. This team fucking sucks, and it's all because of Nico fucking Harrison. He is the biggest bitch that lives in Dallas, that lives in the state of Texas, that lives on planet Earth, that's in this goddamn solar system. Nico Harrison, you are the scum of the earth. You are the worst thing to happen to sports. If the NBA was a human body, Nico Harrison would be a cancer cell. You don't belong in sports. You don't belong here. Get out of my city. Get out of my state. Get out of my sport. You freaking suck, dude. You ruined this franchise. We got embarrassed twice. You can say multiple times. I'm saying we got embarrassed at the least twice this season. We lost to the fucking Wizards and we lost to the fucking Pelicans. Two of the worst goddamn teams in this whole fucking league. We are not that bad. But you, Nico, made us this fucking bad. You can blame it on injuries all fucking day. I don't care. We should not need a 100% team to beat a 50% Pelicans team. That's not necessary. They're bad. We were just in the fucking finals. And if this season is all about tanking for a first round pick, if this season is for development, then fucking so be it. I want to rebuild. I'm drawing a line in the sand. I'm staking my claim right now. I know it's only 8 games, Marcel. It's only 8 games, Marcel. Shut up. Anybody. He's like, Marcel, it's only 8 games. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. We have all been sold a lie from a sneaker salesman about how defense wins championships. We're gonna be the biggest team this year. We're the deepest team. Oh yeah, we're good. Shut the fuck up. We have been sold a lie by Nico bitch ass Harrison. I don't even know his fucking name. It doesn't fucking matter. We were sold a lie by Nico. This team sucks because of him. The coaching staff doesn't know what to fucking do. I feel bad for the players because they're honestly going out there trying to win. I know these guys want to win. I'm not mad at the players. They want to win games. They really do. I know they do. They have to. Nico, it starts with him. He fucked this team. He fucked this organization. And what's he going to do? Get paid and laugh about it. Get paid and go home to his wife and kids. I feel sorry for his wife and kids. There's a woman out there who says, I love you to this man. That is the biggest case of Stockholm Syndrome I have ever fucking seen, because Nico Harrison, I don't know if Love recognizes him. If Love walked up and smacked Nico in the face, I don't think he'd recognize it. I'm pretty sure Love don't recognize Nico. And if he has kids, I don't know if he has kids, but if he does, I feel sorry that they share DNA with this roach of a man. He's a cockroach, bro. He is the roach of Dallas. Get him the fuck out. I am sick and tired. Like, dog, we are only 8 games in. We are 8 games in. We have, what, like 76 more of these? Like 74 more of these? Dog. And you know what? So be it. I'm still going to be here. I'm still MFFL for life. Let me know if you are too in the chat. I'm an MFFL for life. Like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not letting Nico run me out of town. Oh, fuck no. I'm not letting Nico kill my joy? Fuck him. I'll whoop his ass before I beat Nico's bitch ass before he ever makes me turn my back on his team. Fuck him. But this shit, bro, this shit crazy. This shit's fucking crazy. And if this is a year where we just develop Cooper Flag, then so be it. We don't need to win. We don't need to win games. We don't need to win games. We don't. We don't need to win games. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that. I need everybody. And this includes, now I'm including Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd too. Shut up. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, well, we were going on a run, so that's why I didn't do the logical thing. Oh, I thought Klay Thompson off the bench was a good option. Oh, no one's dying out there. Shut up. Shut up. Do your job. You were paid to coach. Coach. You don't got Luka no more to do it for you. Kyrie's not out there to do it for you. You need a coach. Coach, do your job.
Great crash out there. Let me go ahead and put the poll question up here. Who had the best crash? Kirk Henderson. Is there other crash outs I need to check out, man? Y'all let me know. Let me know, man. Let me know if there's some other crash out I need to look at. But I read a comment right here. Love the chat. Arjun trying to simmer down Slight. I don't know. They were like a grown man. He was like, "You're a grown man," commenting on it. Think about that. You should play Slightly Biased rapping, and at the end he goes off on Nico. Is that on the Hold on. Let me see. So I know he did his rap. He did it live. Oh yeah, he did it here. So does he go off on Nico after the fact? Because he guaranteed that he was gonna do this song if the Mavericks had lost, and so he ended up doing it. So was there another crash out after that? All right, let's check it out. Instead of talking about it.
At least I will say life was good tonight. Okay, here we go. Let me lock in here. Hey, yeah. Oh, hey. Wait too long. Yeah. Way too grown. How about that? Ooh, yeah. That's a good one, P. Yeah. Yeah. I went to AP with 200K. You still with the frost. Rainbow face. You hope I fall off. Ain't no way. I might be alright, but it ain't okay. Oh, I lost it. I gotta put headphones on. I gotta put headphones on. Yeah, put headphones on. I completely lost it.
By the way, I played with Slightly Biased plenty of times before his injury and during the finals run. We used to play a lot of like weekend runs. I would go out there and we'd play with Nick Angstad. We played with Oh my God, why am I forgetting names? You could name Tim Cato. Why am I forgetting names? Other like reporters, right? That they're in the Mavs spaces. He would invite a lot of them, right? And they would go out there, and I got the opportunity to play with everybody out there. And slightly biased, his playlist pretty fucking fire, man. Anyway, just want to give you some insight to that. All right, let's see. So you said he
I
crashes
completely
out
lost
after
it.
he raps. Okay, let's check it out.
Couldn't hear it. This is my moment. This is my moment. I have to lock in here.
Lock in. This is your moment, King.
No, I can't put on sunglasses because I have to read the lyrics.
Yeah, let's get
No, I need to have this. All right. Connor. I'm glad you are losing. Fuck the control of anything. Just, hey guys, I didn't do the trade. I wasn't. Record this. All right. I'm scared.
Hey.
Wait. I don't hear anything. The go. I'm scared.
Yeah, the tweet that he posted with this already is crazy. That's what went off.
Yeah. That's a good one, P. Yeah. Yeah. I went to 8 weeks, 200 things. So with the frost, rain on the face. They hope I fall off. Ain't no way. But all right, but it ain't no way. All these my ride. All these my ride over the island. It ain't no.
I can't hear you. Rap good. I'll go find the original, but let's see what he does after.
All right.
So he goes off on Nico after this, or what?
Let me hear it back. Frost, rainbow face. They hope I fall off. Ain't no way. I might be all right, but it ain't okay. Buddies got left. Buddies went right. I went left to say left. It ain't. You guys hear that? Ain't nothing the same. Ain't nothing the same. They run their lips. I put my prep in a step and my foot at the pedal of rage. Spin the shit like I'm ahead of the game. You said they gon' drop it. Better be flame. Me gon' top. You ruined.
Oh, here we go.
You completely and totally ruined this franchise, and I'll never forgive you.
Oh, okay. I know what part you're talking about. All right. I got you now. I got you. All right, man. So yeah. So it's been crazy, man. Been a crazy day. What was funny is once the game happened, once they lost, the fact that everyone simultaneously, right? Slightly biased, Marcel, and Kirk Henderson, they all had it's obviously they didn't orchestrate this. They didn't, hey, I'm gonna crash out today. They all crashed out. And that's the crazy thing about this. Obviously I didn't crash out last night because I've already crashed out plenty of times. But I know what I did was more so kind of laughing at the loss. Let me see if I can find it for y'all. It's I can find it. All right, here it goes. Let me go ahead and show you. So this was immediately after the Mavericks had lost, and I didn't crash out, but I had a good little laugh. All right, back to the Lakers game. All right, I could care less at this time with them losing, but I do think it's good that they lose like that. Man, appreciate y'all being so active in the chat, man. Hopefully I catch up to everybody. If y'all don't mind dropping a like on the video, subscribing to the channel, all that good stuff. Luka in Dallas is Shaq in Orlando. Unfortunately, everyone is going to remember the prime years in LA. That is such a sad realization. But here's the advice I will offer anyone that's checking it out, right? Anyone that's listening right now. For me, I have compartmentalized what happened. I am no longer attached emotionally to the Mavericks anymore. Whenever they win a championship again, whenever it's 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years from now, I'm going to be happy for the city. But when it comes to anything related to filling here for them, nah. So what happened with that trade? It has changed the fabric and the way I think of sports. It's changed everything because when it comes to like relationships, right? Like say you're dating someone and they break your heart, cool. You can't control that. When it comes to like losing parents, like I have, that destroys you. It demoralizes every aspect of your life, right? And so when it comes to basketball, you would have thought a team with how the Mavericks moved that they could never give you that kind of pain, right? And the fact that the Mavericks were able to give me that kind of pain, that's when I was like, nah, I have to change the way I look at shit. I cannot give them my loyalty to this organization anymore because they don't have it out for me. And so now I'm able to watch basketball. I'm able to enjoy other players that I like to watch. And now I can enjoy basketball versus feeling this weight of wanting my team to be good versus I just want to watch cool basketball. I just want to watch good basketball. That's it. And I got a couple of players that I like, and that's enough for me at this point. And I think that comes with age, I guess, because now I'm in my 30s, so it's a little bit different. I can put my Mavericks time in a shelf over here. And, you know, hey, it was such a beautiful time. Huh? Well, beautiful time, man. It was a great time. Great time when up until February of this year. It's still this year. It still happened this year. So for those listening, if you're still struggling with this, try to just look at it different. Try to just enjoy the game for what the game is and not for what these teams are telling you what you should like. The less control they have over your emotions, the better for you, and probably the worse for them because you're not going to be spending money on them anymore, and they're going to have to try way harder to get fans like you to support them again because they know you're the diehard ones. Everyone else is casuals for the most part. The diehard ones, like the ones we were, the ones that died hard actually when they traded Luka, is different. Different. Brian Smith, Mavs will not get another number one pick. I don't know, man. The NBA is different, bro. They be rigging everything. Mavs are so bad as an organization, they are suing the Stars. Yes. And they called the Stars a terrorist group. Mind you. All you got to do is look at who the ownership group is of the Mavericks. And that tells you everything. Tells you everything. If they're willing to call people terrorists for having a difference of opinion with doing a renovation deal, oh man, I don't want nothing to do with that organization. Run me out of town. Have you noticed some Mavs fans talking trash about Luka, saying, why did Luka all of a sudden get in shape in LA but not for Dallas? Like Ant-Man was in better shape and he was gassed in the playoffs. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that narrative, and there's people that I wish would come out and apologize for saying that because there are some actual big names that have said that, and I never liked it. Here's what I said. Dirk didn't take his conditioning and his health as serious as he did until he turned 27. So why was I expecting that from a 24, 25-year-old, right? I felt eventually Luka was going to get there. And I was so sold on the idea that if we never won with Luka, I would have not given a damn. I would have been perfectly fine if we lost with Luka for his entire career, right? I would have been fine. But I think I just believe that the man is so competitive that the man would have saw that he could be even better, and he would have found that way to get better. And the fact that we were so short-sighted and that we had someone with an ego trade that man, that is one of the just gut-wrenching, bro. I think slightly biased crash up was right after the game ended. Yeah, slightly, and Marcel, I think Kirk's was a little bit after. But slightly and Marcel was immediately after the game for sure. Every brings us a step closer to Nico being fired. You know what would happen in that city? Or this city? What am I saying, that city? What would you do if Nico Harrison got fired? How would you react to it? You know, how would you react to it? Solar flares heading our way as well. Might have to look up some stuff. You should watch Lighty's most recent video on his Clips channel. He compares what happened with the Luka trade to staying in a relationship with someone who cheated on you. Very apt comparison. Yeah. Well, and that's why it doesn't apply to me, right? Because if someone cheated on me, that's it. We're done. You know what I'm saying? And so for those that stayed and still root for the Mavericks is different, right? Because you're still trying to root for the Mavericks. With the Luka trade, I cut the Mavericks off, right? Cut the Mavericks off. I saw his reaction earned him an invite to multiple sport YouTube shows. Yeah, I saw that he was on O'Connor today, right? Kevin O'Connor. I saw that, man. So salute the slide. He's doing some amazing things. Well, one day, I probably won't reach him, but one day I'd like to get near his level. Dallas Mavs fans should be like WWE fans. Stop watching, stop buying merch. TJ, have you heard of viewing for W SmackDown? It's under 1 million views. Get Triple H out of creative. That's another great comparison. WWE is very much so like the Mavericks. TKO took over. They started out hot, and then they just went to shit. Same thing with the Mavericks. The Adelsons took over. They started out hot, and then they went to shit. And it's because of that corporate greed, bro. They're trying to pull every single... Let me show you an example of corporate greed. Let me show you. Hold on. Let me pull this up before I go over there. Let me show you an example of what the hell I'm talking about. Because this is freaking ridiculous, bro. Watch this. All right, so these are the Mavericks tickets, right? Let's go to... That's November 28th. That's in Crypto Arena. But let's go to when the Lakers come to Dallas. I think it's sometime in like April or January. So stupid that they put it in January. Here we go. Dallas Mavericks, Los Angeles Lakers, January 24th, 2026, right? Go look at the tickets. Thank you. All right, so let's say I want to sit in a nosebleed. You're fucking kidding me. $363. $363. You're kidding me. The lowest ticket is $242. $700 for lower bowl seats, right? Mind you, when Luka played for the Mavericks, they were never this expensive. So why are they so expensive now? $895, $300, $704. So what would be the average cost of a ticket if the lowest is $242, right? Let me see. Should I ask ChatGPT? Let's see. That song is in my head, the Slightly Biased song. All right, so let's say if I were to ask her like this, let's say the Mavs versus Lakers game in Dallas is highly priced. Lowest ticket currently... Yeah, currently is 142. The highest ticket. Let's go down here. What's this going for? 3,000? Price. Oh, over here by the Mavs bench. Oh, they don't want to show that price. This one. 1,000. All right. Let's just assume those floor seats are probably even high. Highest ticket is 3K, 7K. I think 7K. I'm pretty sure it's gonna go. just stadium or arena holds 16,000, 16.7K people. How much could the Mavericks make at night? Good Doncic turning Dallas. Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with, right? It might not be accurate info, but let's try it out. Upper level average price, mid level, lower bowl, courtside premium. Wow. I mean, obviously it'd be kind of hard to verify it, but $16.5 million gate. That's crazy. We didn't even talk, if we include the suites, we're looking at 10 to 30K each, 100 suites, 2 mil, concessions and merch, ticket sales, 17 mil, suites, 2 mil, concessions and merch. They can make 18 to 22 million that night. If Luka Doncic returns to Dallas as a Laker, a single game could cross between 18 and 20 million. That would likely make it the most profitable regular season game in Mavericks history, even before factoring TV rights, sponsorship, boost, and media attention. Right now, yeah, sure, yeah. They still think Mark Cuban's the owner, but let's see what it says. A revenue sharing. So even after all the revenue sharing and escrow and fees, they still can net $14 to $18 million in that one day. Wow. Oh, net profit 5 to 9 mil. Or 17. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. All right. If all about the sugars for the coin, Clippers, greedy merchants. That's one thing I appreciate about living in Charlotte. Tickets are cheap as hell relative to the rest of the country. If I want to go to the game, yeah, bro. I think when I was out there one time, I think I could get into a game for like $10 when I was out there. The Pelicans games are pretty cheap as well. Those owners will never get my money again. Salute, fam. Salute to Mr. Lockbox. The funny thing is, the lower bowl folks don't care about basketball. When have they ever? You know what I'm saying? They are the ones who arrive late, leave early. Facts. All right. Any other crash outs? Any other crash outs y'all saw? If Nico was fired, I'd actually be able to root for the team again. Dare I say same. And because I know they won't, because I know they're going to drag this out, and we're going to have 80 for another 3 to 4 years, the Mavericks have a small chance for even me to come back. The small chance that they got is to literally fire him right now, bro. Fire him right now. Well, what's the wait? Those Lakers tickets, though. Oh, the current Laker ones? Let's see what the Lakers tickets cost. Because Laker tickets are always going to be expensive, but the fact that Mavericks are trying to gouge the Luka return is just asinine, bro, because you could have just kept him and you could have kept the house packed with him. Like, it was one of the dumbest things. Dumbest things, man. All right, let's go check out the Lakers tickets. So let's say they play Atlanta Saturday. Let's see what the tickets cost are there. Oh, that's in Atlanta. I'm tripping. Oh yeah, I'm tripping. Okay, so when are they in LA? My God. All right, against the Jazz, November 18th. Okay. Jazz. Page not found. Got it. Great. Against the Pelicans. The cheapest ticket is $70. 100. 72. For the Pelicans and for a premium team with Luka Doncic, the cheapest seat is $70. That's not bad considering the market, the area they're in. For the Mavericks, when Luka returns, you're looking at $300 minimum with fees. Let's look up that the Mavericks game in LA. Right here. November 28th. Let's see if it's higher than it should be. Yeah, it's kind of high. 184. They're not stupid. They're not stupid. They know. But even then, how embarrassing is it that when the Mavericks go to LA, the tickets aren't even as expensive as the ones that are in Dallas when Luka returns to Dallas? That's crazy, though. That's crazy. But that's just me. Let the organization do y'all like that. Luka don't play real ball. Luka is just a foul merchant clown. Oh my God, Kobe to God. I'm gonna put you in timeout, brother. The Mass Step Back Podcast boys. What'd you say? Did they have a crash out? I don't know if they did. Oh, Orbital, I'm dead. Both of them throwing triple cheeseburgers across the room. That's messed up. Hey, what's up, Airhead? Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, man. Mishra in the building too. What's up, Mishra? What's going on? Nico just activated the next level in us. Let me tell you. Lakers tickets always been a lot, but I saw Mavericks versus Clippers twice, and the good tickets were still relatively cheap. $255 each, good seating. I just showed you, like, the cheapest seat for the Lakers is $184 for when the Mavericks go to LA. It's kind of crazy. Crazy. Luka averaging 49 and 13 on 50% field goal shooting. AD and Kyrie averaging injuries. Ooh, that's tough. The owners are greedy. Facts. Okay. Let's get to Luka being a MVP, man. Get to Luka being an MVP. All right, so these are the stats right now in the league. Luka is averaging 40 points per game on 50% shooting, 30% from three, 78% from the free throw line. Luka's averaging a lot of free throws. I ain't gonna lie. That means he's attacking. He's attacking a lot. 11 rebounds per game, 9.2 assists per game. He is almost averaging a 40-point triple-double. Total insanity. 2 steals, almost a block, and 5.2 plus net rating. Wow. Luka is the new foul merchant, y'all. Wow, watch out, man. Luka's actually getting calls now. That's what happens when you become a Laker, man. They finally give him his calls. Like Luka's been deserved to have his calls, right? But that's crazy, man. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is at 9.9 free throws per game. Luka's at 14. That's crazy. I can't wait till people get a hand on those stats. I ain't gonna complain because I've been asking for him to finally get his freaking free throws, man. All right, let's go and set this one up before we need to do greater. Let's do minutes. Greater than 35. So again, this metric is going to be based on a minimum of 35 minutes. So the players with the best offensive rating with 35 minutes minimum, Alfred Şengün is up there with 126, Nikola Jokic 125, Luka Doncic 123. So Luka's up there. Austin Reeves is also up there with a 121. VJ Edgecombe is up here with a 118.9. VJ Edgecombe is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. VJ has a top 9 freaking offensive rating. And Kelly Oubre too. But VJ Edgecombe, man, as a rookie, he's doing amazing stuff out there. Usage. Luka Doncic's usage is through the roof. Luka is leaping everybody by 5%, bro. Luka's usage is through the roof by 5% to the next closest person being Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, Luka MVP, y'all. true shooting. Mathurin, Jokic, Rui Hachimura with a good true shooting. That's great. That's amazing. Austin Reeves up there too with a 65. Luka right here with a 63. That's good. That's good. Effective field goal percentage. Luka Doncic right here with a 57. What's Luka's shooting shot dashboard? Let's see. No, we gotta change this up by tracking. Is it tracking? Let's see, Doncic. I forgot where it was at. It's shooting. I know it was on the shooting. There we go. There we go. Beat me rappers or beat me beats. Oh, dang it. Okay, so how do I find Luka? There we go. All right, so here's Luka's shooting stats per like 5 foot ranges, right? So less than 5 feet, he's 80%. 5 to 9 feet, he's 80%. 10 to 14 feet, he's 60%. 15 to 19 feet, he's 50%. 20 to 24 feet, he's 23%. And 25 to 29 feet, he's 32%. That's pretty damn good, man, considering from 0 to 9 feet, the man is 80% from the field. And that's why he's attacking as much as he's attacking. He's averaging 5 attempts per game within 5 feet. And that's pretty damn. But man, I wonder what Luka's stats would look like if he trimmed this down by 2 and up this by 2 or up this by 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, I imagine what that would look like. Over here again. Yeah, man. So again, right now, Luka Doncic is leading the league in points. Luka is what? He's top 8 in rebounds. He is top 5 in assists. And he is also... where's he at? Oh, I lost him. He is also top 9 in steals. Luka Doncic is top 9 in steals, bro. Initially I thought the MVP award was gonna be through Wemby and Luka. Right now I'm thinking it's more Giannis, Shai Gilgeous, and Luka. I mean, and we gotta look at other players around the league, but Luka right now is your MVP, bro. Right now he is your MVP. Let's get over here to the comments and freaking Kobe the God over here starting stuff, man. Luka just want to win, and so far they undefeated since he returned. Facts. Very, very much so. And let's look at that while we're at it. Let's look at that while we are at it. Standings. So right now the Lakers are second in the Western Conference with a 7-2 record. The Thunder with an 8-1 record. They're on a 5-game winning streak right now. Nice little differential of 3, but look at all these other teams with a bigger differential. So keep an eye on that. You know, I know a lot of the games between the Lakers are close, and they're not playing with a full deck of cards. But I can imagine they'll eventually be able to start improving this differential. When you scroll down here, the Dallas Mavericks are the bottom of the bunch with a 2-6 record, averaging 106 points per game, and allowing 113 points per game with a differential of 7.5. What is their record at home? Their record at home is 2-4. The record away is 0-1. Bro, the NBA set the Mavericks up for success and gave them 6 home games out of their 8, and they're 2-4. That's tough, man. I don't know what else to say. And again, I just hope that they do fire Nico for the sake of the fan base, for the sake of the people, man, because the city needs it. The city needs a fresh start, honestly. There's like this dark cloud hanging over the Mavericks, and it's Nico Harrison, bro. It's Nico Harrison at the end of the day. Mavs are so far down, I can't see them 15 seed. Worst offense in NBA, worse than Pelicans and Wizards. Defense wins championships. Exactly. All right, let me see if I can find one more crash out and check out here. And if y'all don't mind dropping a like real quick, man, that's all it is, man. Just one simple tap of that like button. Well, let me see if I found some here. I don't think there's a other crash out. Trying to see if someone sent me one. Don't have any. Yeah, we're out of crash outs, but let's see what y'all voted. Who had the best crash out? Out of 28 votes, 64% of y'all said Mavericks Digest had the best crash out. Slightly Bias had 32% of the votes, and Kirk Henderson got 4%. So salute to y'all voting, man. Appreciate y'all voting. Facts. Mavs allow Pelicans without Zion into triple digits. Some defense. It's been tough, man. Let's do one last thing here. Let's look at the Mavericks schedule ahead and see what we think they're going to be doing. So the Mavericks schedule ahead is they have Memphis, Washington, Milwaukee, Phoenix, LA, Portland, Minnesota, New York, New Orleans again, Memphis, Miami, and LA. What do y'all think they're going to do, man? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. So right now they're 2-6 over the next 12 games. Mr. Kirk Henderson crash out. It's pretty damn good, man. Honestly, I think tomorrow they're going to lose in Memphis. I think they beat Washington. And then they lose in Milwaukee. They lose to Phoenix. They lose to the Clippers. They lose to Portland. They lose to Minnesota. They lose in New York. They beat New Orleans. They lose to Memphis. They lose to Miami. They lose to LA. So over the next 12 games, I got them at 2-10, I think. Well, what's your record prediction? Let me see. Make a poll. Mavs record over 12 prediction. Do they go 2-10? I'm gonna have to start from there. 4-8, 6-6. Oh my king! I don't think I could even put them above 6-6. So I just put. Let me know what y'all think the Mavs record is going to be over the next 12. I mean, because when you look at these teams, I mean, yeah, they could probably beat Memphis too. They could probably beat Washington, but who's going to hold Ja Morant? You know, if Ja Morant's engaged, right? Loyalty and belief in championship. Loyalty and belief wins championships. Facts, Orbital. OKC coach can say it, not Nico. Very true. The true believers shape the world, not the consumer cog mercenaries. I will play it again, but I already played it. What's up, Mistra? Shout out to Mavericks, who's against it. Eric, you know what's crazy is I coined this potential trade back in June, and people said I was stupid and called me all sorts of things on Twitter. Now, one of the big talking points is the Mavericks traded for Ja Morant. I'm never wrong. I'm just early as hell. I've been early. I'm always first. They're gonna need the better help coupon. Oh my God. Freaking seat always fall. Lakers playing so well. Kenny made a dedicated Lakers video. Don't think he's done that since 2020. Kenny, which Kenny? The YouTuber or Kenny, the player? Kenny the Jet. Austin Jones says 2-10 sounds about right to me, to be honest. So far in the votes, Again, there's a poll in the chat below if you don't mind checking it out and submitting your prediction. Mavs record over the next 12 prediction, 67% say 2-10, 17% say 4-8, 0% say 6-6, and 17% say 0-12. Crazy. We're winning the championship this year. Oh, the Lakers? Yeah, LeBron's ramping back up. It's going to be interesting to see how they incorporate him again. Lightly's was intense. Yes, Marcel's was multi-layered, unhinged. Y'all seems like the type of player the Tunnel Dweller would go out there. Who's that? He beat some YouTuber. Oh, okay. What does a jaw trade look like? Who we give up? Not the worst, the greatest trade in history. You know, the issue I run into is having the mic right here, and then the freaking cord gets hit and then knocks everything out. But yeah, so I'm gonna look up what kind of trade it's gonna take to get Ja. But the Nico is the Tunnel Dweller is freaking hilarious. The Tunnel Dweller is funny as heck. Caitlin Clark in that cat ad. I don't think that's her. All right, let's go and pull this up. Got the Mavericks, team 1. Got the Grizzlies, team 2. Okay, team 1. What we thinking? The Ja Morant, he's at 39.4. 39.4. So we need to come up with 39.4 mil. For me, to get Ja Morant, I'm trading Najee. I don't think right now Najee's doing nothing for you. Nothing much. If you could, I would legit swap Kyrie straight. Just hear me out. If you could swap Kyrie straight for Ja and then throw in a Jaden Hardy. No, not even a Jaden Hardy. A Derek Lively. A D'Angelo Russell. They just say Jaden Hardy for shits and giggles, right? Okay, it fell. Why did it fail? You're under allowable. Cap impact. Team is hard capped. Oh, the team is hard capped. So what would it take? Dallas would have 12 under contract recently. Oh, because Kyrie recently signed. Ew. So you would have to go the hard route. You would have to go a very hard route. All right. So we can't do Kyrie straight up. We're going to do Najee. We're going to do Clay. I'm going to keep Hardy. I need 14 mil more. There you go. Clay, Gafford, Najee. Ja Morant. I mean, that's the realistic way to get there. And if it's, I mean, you're doing this deal with the hope that Derek Lively and AD can stay healthy and Dwight Powell and Cisse can give you some. People gonna be like, no, that's too much. Well, I don't know, dog. God doesn't fit the coaching Nico is trying to establish. It might have to take a 3-team deal, to be honest with you, to offload some of the money that Ja Morant getting. You know, honestly, I wouldn't put it past Nico to send Kyrie if he doesn't rush back. Now, he can't trade him right now because he just signed that deal. How do we get PJ to join Luka? All right, let's take a look. Take a look. Dude. Lakers. Mavericks. How do we get PJ to LA? Well, we can't trade him because he's on that restricted thing. But for shits and giggles, go ahead and remove that. Recently signed restriction. There we go. So he's at 14 mil. I'm not trading Rui. Not trading Austin. Vanderbilt, I'm trading him. That's 11 mil right there. So we need about 3 more mil to get there. Pretty sure we can find some. Dalton Connect. Dalton Connect. Jared Vanderbilt and Don Connect for PJ Washington. Sign me up, dog. Sign me up. Mavs can have Dalton and Gabe. I don't think Gabe makes enough. I don't think he makes enough money. Let me see. Gabe Vincent. Oh, he makes 11. Hold on. I would like to keep Jared Vanderbilt. And then I would like to send you a first round pick. Oh my God. Obviously they wouldn't have done it straight up for Vanderbilt and whatever, but I'll send the Mavs 2 first round picks if they take Gabe Vincent and Dalton Connect. Mavs get worse, Lakers get better. I like it. Same. Then Ja gets to Dallas and shoots Nico. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's insane. Good trade. Any other trades y'all got in mind? Orbital, that was crazy, dog. I did not expect to read that. I want Jaden McDaniels on the Lakers. D'Lo, Clay, and D-Lab, maybe Najee 2 in a first. Yeah, bro. I think there's a way to get John. I think Ja helps Kyrie because I think when Kyrie comes back, if you rush Kyrie to be the number 1 guy, I think you're just setting Kyrie up to get hurt again. And I think if you could give him that protection with Ja Morant, it saves Kyrie, but also gives you a number 1 guy, right, in Ja Morant. And Ja Morant could use everybody, right? Like, he could use everybody. All right, let's try to get Jaden McDaniels to LA. I don't even know why I put the Mavericks. I'm tripping. I'm just wired that way. My bad. So Jaden McDaniels to LA, 24 mil. What are we gonna send in return? All right, we'll send Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent. The fact that Gabe makes that damn much. Will they take this? They're hard cap though. Oh, they're hard cap at the 1, so an extra milli. Okay. Obviously, assuming that you're sending picks or whatever the case may be. I don't think the Timberwolves would do this deal. I don't think they'd do that deal. We got to get Maxey off this team too, bro. Got to get Maxey off this team. Got to get Don Connect off this team. I don't know what it'll take, but I don't think there's a path to get Jaden McDaniels realistically, you know. You should join the Lakers. Bro, I have no allegiance to any team because I don't want any team to hurt me like the Mavs did again. But I am rooting for players, and I do want the players that I root for, their team to get better. If that makes any sense. Try Bam for AD. You know what's crazy? I've said this and people call me crazy. Why would you want to put Bam on the Mavericks? Oh, the Mavericks get some savings if they do this. But they do it straight up? No, they can't do it straight up. Reason being because of the income. Okay. Let's adjust it. So they got to send something else. Simone Fontecchio or Norman Powell. Well, let's do Norman Powell because you got to do older players. So now there's a 3-minute difference. So we got to send 3 mil back. I don't give a god dang. We're sending Dwight Powell. There you go. Anthony Davis and Dwight Powell for Bam Adebayo and Norman Powell. That's a dub, right? That's a dub. By the time Kyrie returns, it's 6 for 50. I don't know what that means. Or a way to get Ja Morant without trading Kyrie. Yeah, there's a way to get Ja Morant. I think I already showed that. PJ barely worth 2 players in the first. He's not worth 2 first. Okay. But the Mavericks are gonna regard him highly. You know what I'm saying? The Heat won't do it. Damn, not even for AD. What could you get for AD realistically? 6 and 50. I'm sorry, dog. Sometimes I'm slow. I admit it. I'm not the fastest. Dwight Powell AAC statue win? Never. I hope, bro. If I ever seen that, I'm gonna be so mad. All right, let's say considering what does Anthony Davis current 2026 value? We're in 2025. 2026 value look like in the NBA, considering every single aspect of his contract, age, and injuries, and how he's performed lately. What could the Mavericks, post the Luka trade, realistically get back for AD in a trade? Let's see what ChatGPT thinks. Let's see if they're even smart enough. Let's see. I wonder if the ChatGPT is still gonna think it's freaking. He's in freaking LA and all this other stuff. Let's see. Let's check it out, man. Okay, wouldn't this be the time to get in on Joel too? Oh, I don't know. Have you seen him lately, bro? It's been it's not been good, man. It's not been good. It's not been good. All you can get for AD is a cheeseburger and a half-eaten bag of chips.
Okay. All right.
That's hilarious. It slipped while I was like, whoa, orbital. Orbital. Hero to Mavs. I'm just desperate at this point. I don't see a pathway. I don't see a pathway. AD gets you a mouse, Turner, and a first. That's just about his value. Damn. So let's see. We're getting a lot of jargon. He's 32, salary 54, 58, 62. Injury log late, ankle sprain, right detached retina. Off-season surgeries, wearing protective goggles. Eye surgery, perennial nicks, availability discount, true max money but not toxic. Given production, final year is a big player option that teams will price in. So what could Dallas actually get? All right. I can see this, right? Okay. Star for depth plus picks. Contender at near apron. Example fit. Warriors type package deal. Oh. Incoming to Dallas, one premium young player, Jonathan Kuminga, a large matching salary. See, Andrew Wiggins not over there. Unprotected first and one swap. Why it's realistic? The Knicks, see, they're talking about you. You're off. You are off. Your players are inaccurate. Randall is not with Knicks, and Wiggins is with. Make sure you are accurate. Damn, ChatGPT, man, you embarrassing me in front of my friends, brother. His value has tanked. He hindered on. Honestly, here's what I really think. If I'm a GM, knowing that his eyeball was sliced and he has to wear goggles or whatever, I just don't see the value, bro. I would be like, bro, if I'm gonna take that contract on, I need first round picks to take him. That's me. What Dallas could realistically get for AD now? Why the Heat? They actually have Wiggins plus mid-tier salaries and prospects to build a legal match. Andrew Wiggins, Terry Rozier. You can't get Rozier now. Norman Powell. And one young piece, Jovic or Jaquez. Oh, I don't know if Miami's doing that. I don't know. Rationale, Miami consolidates next to Bam. I mean, we'll check it out. We'll try that trade here in a second. Timberwolves, Randall's here. Wolves swapping Randall for AD. And Leonard Miller type prospect back to Dallas, and they get Anthony Davis. Asset rich, better Thunder style. Lou Dort, 2 firsts, 2 swaps. I don't think Lou Dort making AD money. Damn. None of these options are Luka Doncic, by the way. None of these options are Luka Doncic. Man, he's not giving up young players for retirement and waiting facts, dog. That's crazy. I do. Let's check out this Timberwolves deal here. That one's kind of interesting. Timberwolves. Let's go Randall, 30 mil. What else did they say? Randall and Leonard Miller? Leonard Miller for Anthony Davis. That's not even enough money. I don't even think they could take that deal. Let me see. Oh, they couldn't. So they would have to add another player. Naz Reid? Are you going to send Naz Reid? Yeah, no, they couldn't do that, bro. I don't know who else you could send. Jaden McDaniels? But why would, I mean, you would have to remove Leonard. Jaden McDaniels. This probably be the only way that would work. Right? So that works, right? But obviously Julius Randle was recently re-signed. But the Mavericks, they would have to include picks, bro. They'd have to include this or something, you know? Like the only way I'll take Anthony Davis is if you give me a pick. You have to give me a pick, bro. That's crazy that his value has tanked. All right, so let me ask, like, chat, you know, I appreciate y'all voting on that prediction. So let me put this in here. Like, what do y'all value? I don't know how to pose this question. How do you value AD? I don't even know how to value this. Super star value, right? That's one star value. Starter. And like what is your assessment of AD? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's like a great poll, but I put how do you value AD? The options I put superstar value, star value, starter value, or poor value. I still think AD is a good to great player, but just because I know he's 32, he's got the eye issue and the injuries and all that. It's tough to assess AD because how reliable is he? Well, we kind of know he's not reliable as much as you would hope he would be, you know. And then that's the unfortunate circumstance. Like, yeah, he doesn't need all the shit that we hit him with, but it's just the unfortunate, you know, realization that it is. 1 star and 1 first. But problem is he's injured. That's true. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think his value is being tanked right how could you get out of it, right? I don't think teams believe in AD to give away key pieces like Jaden McDaniels unless they need picks. No, I respect 2020 AD, but 2025 AD is just sad. It is absolutely insane to me that the Mavericks traded the Luka guy away, right? Who could do all these wonderful things in a basketball court for someone that can't even do that. And that the ideal was that he could defense wins championships. The ability he lacks is availability, so more value. Kind of like a KP, man. Man, we have had a tough go of it with KP like players, man. What you put me Kawhi Leonard but fat? That is freaking hilarious. So far after 5 votes, star value is at 60%, starter value is at 20%, and poor value is at 20%. Man, that's crazy. All right, man. Whoa, that's Sylvester's song. So here's the other question. Normally, I would do Midnight Mavness on a Saturday night. Should I start doing these on the weekday? Because the level of engagement was crazy. The level of views was crazy. So I appreciate everybody stopping by. Obviously, the topic is the topic, so I don't anticipate it being like this all the time. But would y'all be more into this this show during the week as opposed to Saturday nights? I think it's possible. I think it's doable. Y'all let me know, man. We speak the truth around here. Facts. Some folks can't handle that. I think Marcel got the right idea. The rebuilding one, yeah. I mean, here's my idea. Let me give you my full disclosure. I think you fire Nico Harrison. I think the Adelsons have to sell their team, right? And then the city of Dallas has to put money together and buy the team for Dirk. Make Dirk 51% owner, and the rest of the citizens of Dallas be the 49% owners. And Dirk handles all the operations. He's the GM. I know it's a far-fetched idea, but ultimately what I'm trying to get to is whoever has ownership of the Mavericks, I want Dirk to be a part of that ownership group, but also be the GM. That way, whenever anything that happens with this team, we know that Dirk actually gives a damn about this city, and the choices that he makes are going to be for the betterment of the team. And not only when you get Dirk back into this franchise, guess what you get? You get me back. You get all the true Mavs fans for life back in rooting for this team again. So for me, it's like, it's not even about a rebuild. It's not about none of that. It's more about the morality of shit, right? You get rid of these owners, and if the owners want to stay cool, hey, surrender half of your ownership to Dirk. I want Dirk to have the higher ownership if possible. If not, at least make him the GM and give him full autonomy to allow him to rebuild the Mavericks. Let him make all the decisions, right? Because at the end of the day, if anybody could ever bring Luka Doncic back to Dallas, it is Dirk. Dirk is the only one that could possibly do it. And that's the only way you're going to get the fans back. That's the only way you're going to potentially get Luka back. At the end of the day, I think it's all about saving the freaking team and the franchise. If actually cared and wanted to rebuild. That's the only freaking way, bro. Other than that, you get a new GM, you get a new owner, whatever the case may be, you rebuild. What's missing there, what's missing in all that is the soul of the franchise. Dirk handed that baton to Luka. Luka grabbed that baton, carried it forward. Right now, Luka Doncic has everything as far as like the Mavs fan for life essence, the loyalty, what it was to be a Maverick. Luka literally has it right now because Dirk handed it to him. We traded that away. And now Dirk wants nothing to do with the team. So the only way to fix that, in my mind and in my brain, the only way to fix that is that give Dirk some kind of ownership, give him the GM, give him full autonomy, let him trade everybody, fire Nico, all that. That is the only way you're going to get people back on board with this team in this city. Other than that, move to Vegas. Get the fuck out of here. And you know what? The NBA, when you bring in a new team, make sure Dirk is involved with that new team because it's not about the Mavericks. It's not. It's about Dallas. And Dirk is Dallas. And if you bring a new team here and say they're the Dallas Stallions, say they're the Dallas Mustangs, say they're whatever you name them, make sure Dirk is a part of that process. And that's the only way you could potentially rebuild the connection that Dallas has to its basketball team. Because right now, that connection is fragmented, it's fractured, and there's like no end in sight to repair it. And that's just my 2 cents, man. TGK, I got a feeling Dirk gonna be a part of the Lakers owner next year. Wow, man. If they do that, bro, it's raps. It's raps. Good luck. Mavs, I literally had Grimes, Luka, Kyrie all at once, would have ran through the playoffs, in my opinion. Bro. Imagine Luka, Grimes, and Kyrie together. Are you kidding me? Mavs need to rebuild, trade AD and Kyrie for picks because they're cooked. That's if they care right now. You know what I'm saying? Van says it's showtime. What's up, brother? What's up, man? TGK streams are the best. Appreciate it, brother. I try. I try to be good, man. I try to be cool. At the very least, a very good chance. Friday night would be awesome. So Friday night, Midnight Mavness. It's just if there's a game, right? I would have to push it back. Yeah, let me know. Yeah, bro. That's the only way to fix this. Only way. Dirk is even disgusted with his ownership. Bro, the fact that Dirk hangs out more in LA than he does here. You know, the other thing, DLLS, right? They have Mark Stein. He wasn't at the Mavericks game last night. Guess where he was? He was in LA. He's a DLLS guy, right? But I know he covers the whole league. It's just funny to me. Love that. But that is a pipe dream at best, sadly. It's definitely a pipe dream for sure. They're going to get employed by the Lakers in 2026, calling it. That would be freaking nuts. Luka is loving LA. Oh, for sure. Who wouldn't, bro? Who wouldn't, man? Who wouldn't? Dirk will hire you as a head of fan relations. Bro, if I was head of fan relations, oh, man. Honestly, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. They lost their soul, though. The Mavericks organization lost their fucking soul. They don't have the soul anymore. Yep, we have something special now. It's nothing but corporation. Yep. Don't let Mark anywhere near that place. To be honest, Mavs did Dirk dirty. The new owners, they didn't ask him shit. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would much rather have a new team and let Dirk be a part of that one. I have to admit, Luka belongs in LA now. He is Showtime. He is Showtime, man.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
It feels right, right? Now it feels right. I think because Luka is on, he's the showcase now. He's becoming the face of the league, and I'm happy for him regardless. Like, I am rooting for Luka. I'm rooting for LA to be successful with Luka. Like, this Maverick shit, nah, dog. I'm good on this Maverick shit. Okay. Dallas got street clothes Davis at least. Yeah, man. Day-to-day Davis. If you go DK on us, get it. I don't know what that means. We'll call it Divine Reunion. Ah, the Reunion Arena. Yeah. That'll be lit. All right, man. I'll consider a weekday Midnight Madness. I'll consider it. I'll probably put a post up here in a bit. But as y'all know, tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow I'll probably do a gaming stream or whatever the case may be. I might start doing reaction videos. I do need to figure something out because I can't always stream. Like, it's a lot goes into a stream. But I appreciate everybody watching, man. Thank y'all so much. If you haven't hit the like, please hit the like, man. Let me show you my animation here, right here. Subscribe, like, and share, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate y'all watching. Been your boy TGK. Yeah, it's almost like Lucas R was too big for Dallas. Damn. Yo, if TGK was head of fans, he would be able to afford courtside seats. I would be able to, right? I should be able to. I think most of WNBA is better than Dalton. So all right, that's messed up. Anyway, man, appreciate y'all watching. It's been your boy TGK. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. We out.